Yeah. We will release the virus. What an intro.
Right. What is the best game in that series?
Hmm.
Like, I feel like as you get to the mid numbers, they get better and then die down again.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I think four was my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what was it? Was it six the punching boulder one?
I
One,
think so.
one where they had like you play as like six different pairs.
This sounds familiar.
You know what I'm talking about,
So
right?
I think so.
Like, to me, that was probably the worst one.
Yeah.
Oh, Folly.
Hey, Fally. Qrownzer, back-to-back streams is crazy.
Yeah,
Well, I
going
got
from
nothing better
drums to
to do.
RuneScape to Omori.
For real. Oh, man, I'm gonna need to keep a lot of water close by or something. I got so
Oh,
sweaty
God.
just jamming out like maybe 20 minutes.
Congrats on your
I mean,
first, by
half
the
of
way.
that. Oh, nice first.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I was just doing some of the Inktober prompts, and I'm like, oh, I'm talking a lot today. Because I had to do like 2 takes on the one game. I was like,
Oh,
I
okay.
should drink water, and I was just thinking about that too. You should probably drink some more water. Hello, the ashes.
Ashes.
Speaking of someone that should drink water,
Mm-hmm. Me proceeds to sip coffee.
me proceeds to drink Heaven Hill.
Mm. Oh, maybe if I finish this coffee, I'll maybe switch over to a margarita. We'll see.
Ooh. I think the only thing we have to... We're still in the prologue, so it is, like... the junkyard stuff. I don't know if we finished the bunny quest.
I don't think we did. I feel like we had to be getting close though.
I think we got like 2 of the 3 because I don't know, for some reason I
Yeah.
remember being like level 8 once it's finished, and it gives you a few levels to like breeze through the early parts of the junkyard.
Yeah, usually pretty darn close to level 10 or so.
Also, it still messes with me that like you have to prompt the conversation for flowers, and for some reason I remember it just happening like
Right.
naturally.
I thought so too. It just seemed like so. Hmm.
Are you still using the large mug?
No, Peacock was incredibly generous and picked us up some fancier coffees.
Ooh.
But anytime I say I'm sipping coffee, other than when Peacock gives me a coffee, I am using the large mug. Yes, my giant measuring cup.
Speaking of like fancy coffee, the one thing that always amazed me was my my grandfather's sister lives in Hawaii, and she would always send us like like the fancy coffee from there, and it's always nice and everything. But like I will drink coffee occasionally. I've been trying to cut back on just drinking like a mug of coffee or any drink a day to maybe like once a week if I need it or something, or for like I have to do like a bunch of traveling one day.
Okay. Yeah.
And the other two in the household, the one doesn't drink coffee at all. The one only does it if a pot's gonna be made. Like he's not gonna make a pot just to drink one coffee for himself. So a lot of times
Yeah.
it just sits. And my youngest brother is usually the lucky one because he'll mow the lawn, like we'll always give him like tasks, like he get like little spending cash for college.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
He'll always like get himself a snack or something. So we have always like various candy or sweets, and there'd be times we'd be like, "Can I have the coffee?" And we're just like, "Yeah, it's just gonna get thrown out in a couple weeks if no one drinks it. So go ahead." And
Oh goodness.
he used to be like one of the most spoiled people because he would have like eat like cup ramen and then have a fancy coffee right next to it.
Oh yeah.
Like living in the
You
college
know?
dream.
I just had some cup noodle along with this coffee. Living the dream.
Case in point, right? Hell, I had 2 hot dogs for dinner, and I have a nice glass of bourbon in front of me.
Heck yeah. Like, look, man, you can go hit like a whole like 50-minute set, and then you're just gonna have some coffee and cup noodle. Like, look, man, healthy living's it's a fine line, and I walk it hard, brother.
My one buddy is trying to get into like working out again because like he's actually a big guy, so like
Yeah.
he can easily put the weight back on if he gets off. Like he's like a solid like 180. So
Oh,
like
nice.
like he wants to like be like he's not he's like I'm not gonna have a 6-pack, but it'd be nice to have the strength with this frame because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And we were chatting because I was helping him find like some chicken and everything while he was in on his off day, and we were like it was like there was a 4-pack of like chicken breast, and it was like, oh, it's 25 grams of protein, and we're just like trying to figure out like, okay, is this 25 total? Is this 25 each piece? And we couldn't find anything like that. We're just trying to find like because that was his meal plan for every time working out was chicken and rice.
Yep. It's a solid staple.
It's usually like one of the go-tos, or fish. I find fish really good.
Yeah,
For it.
fish is really good if you're trying to be lean. Yeah, real good.
Hell, I mean, during wrestling season, I drink, I take a lot of fish oil pills.
Oh yeah, I know. Honestly, I need to be doing that too. One thing at a time, I suppose.
It's one of the things I learned like back in like freshman year of high school. Like my coach taking those pills, and I'm like, why would you take fish oil? That sounds so weird and disgusting. Now me, more wisdom than freshman Suki going, that's a good idea.
Oh, real
we're
close.
like literally
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. Is it?
Is it?
Is it raining?
Oh.
Oh. Huh. Oh, okay. Huh. Swear I could hear like that low rumble like when the rain like hits the outside of the house. And I'm like, what am I hearing?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, and thank you for the stretch.
Hydrate. Saku. Thank you so much for the hydrate and stretch.
Seeing the stretch and then the ears flopping around. It reminds me of something actually really impressive and something I felt, I don't want to say smug, but like happy that I put a lot of effort into the ears for this model was
Heck yeah.
Celeste, who's like new to the server, who's part of Monopolis. She's great with like making models into like VR models. Like if you have a V-Roid, she could really quickly make one into VR chat. Like for the one other member we were having a meeting in like VR chat, was able to like import like in 10 minutes make a model of his character and make it a VR chat model. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing, that's incredible. And so I gave her my file for my model, and it was like one of the models that actually like if you touch the ears would move.
Ooh,
and
okay.
I was just because out of most things I worked on this model was trying to make the ears as floppy as possible, so whenever I move my head, they would do a little bit of a flop.
Well, heck yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think I like that little VTuber like bunny ears asset, and it just like it's kind of like bound to your like eyebrow like movement. So if you're like surprised, they'll like go up, and then if you like get angry, they'll go down.
I always love seeing like how people make like the unique little things.
Oh, she's such a menace today. You're
One-
stuck.
One of my recent
Ouch!
ooh, cat attack. I can hear it over the mic.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna need a bandage. Yeah, I just got mangled by my own cat. Oof. Oh, that's fun.
I can actually hear that over the mic too, of like the cat like hitting it. You're
Yeah,
gonna be
she
okay?
got stuck. Yeah. Oof, that's a fun one. Yummy. On my phone. Probably stop it early. She got it kind of deep. I don't know, I might be lucky here. I don't think my thumb's gonna be as bad as my phalanges. I got a little scrape down here, but it didn't break skin, looks like, just a scratch. Yeah, that one, she was not too happy.
At least for right now, we'll cover it up.
Yeah.
But I would suggest washing it.
Yeah, I'll clean up later. Thank you. Sure.
Arrow, I'm so happy that you are climbing. But wrong thing to climb.
Wrong thing to climb.
Wrong thing to climb.
I'm just so tall, I'm like a tree.
You are very tall. That is true.
Am I okay? Yeah, it's just my thumb. It's not as bad as it felt. Yeah, she might be slightly due for a little claw trim.
That's the one thing I have trouble with is trying to do a Laphicette's snail trim.
Oh man. I know, sometimes we put it off far too long and they'll get like razor sharp. Like yeah, the last time I got a pretty bad one. Same cat, Arrow here. She was just playing around and she was guarding this like little tote bag. It was kind of adorable, and I went to just kind of like pet her, and then went to like pick up one of her toys, and she like got my finger real quick, just like a fraction of a second, and her claws were just so long that they just went right through me. But it's okay, they healed up pretty darn nice. Reminds me, one of my favorite cats that I've ever had, really like, we never bothered like trimming his claws or anything, because he would just tear up this hand railing. And, just, every time he walked by, it would just, this hand railing looked so awful, like, but I mean, it was already so damaged, like, you can't catch him every time. But like it was like so, yeah. I think you might have seen it briefly. The hand railing, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was toothpick.
I was just gonna say it looked like a toothpick at one portion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really took some big chunks out of this hand railing.
I think the craziest like thing with a pet was that like we had a rabbit that me and my siblings shared between us, and he would explore anything he could. And there's times where like my sister was like gonna watch him as we clean out the tank and everything. And there's just one time where I just went to go find her, and I see my sister face down on the floor, trying to peer underneath her dresser, not realizing that rabbits could get underneath tiny places very, very easily, almost like a mouse can, or ferret.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, so we have to go up the big ladder.
Okay. So we can't go to Kite Kid yet?
I guess that's why I always remember being like around like level 10 to fight Kite Kid is because you know like you do the like beginning of Junkyard at the very least.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, just like playing like multiple times and like seeing the hands, like seeing certain things now, it makes you like, oh, I know why that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that was quite the experience I had when we first went through it together. I was like, oh man. The foreshadowing was just superb.
Okay, I heard that for the first time. I heard it fall actually. I heard the
Yeah,
pew. I think it's the first time I actually heard with like Hector actually falls.
Hector. I don't know why that reminds me of the movie Troy.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yep.
Oh, Hector. It's a pretty cool movie though.
I think all the movies are like right like that, like Gladiator, Sparkit, all were just really good stuff.
Yeah, they don't typically miss.
I remember watching like I forget who it was, but it was a player for a college football team that you know went pro. But he was telling a story like for college football, I think they were gonna go against like Notre Dame, and like they had like to do like a halftime like you know talk, and
Okay.
the guy the coach brought him like
Oh,
Shit! Fuck! Ow! Ow!
oh,
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I'll be back.
Holy shit!
I am worried for Peak now. Crown got cut, and now I'm worried for Peak. I didn't expect this today be the injury, Cladden Day. Thankfully, with two monitors, I have the monitor on one game and I discard the other. So as soon as I hear anything, I will reassure chat about the off-screen Peak as well as Crown. I think we just need to get into here. And then I think once we start Junkyard, we can actually go off to the side. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, now we can actually like go through here. Hold on, I see notification. It is not from the,
Okay.
oh, there is a crown.
Try.
Sorry.
crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Everything okay?
Yeah, she had a slip while she was trying to drain the pasta, and I thought she spilled it on herself. That was not the case, thankfully, but it was close.
I have been there, and I know that can be quite painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scalding burns, not fun.
I think that is one of my least favorite things to do is draining pasta. Just because, like, every time I do it, I feel like it's gonna go all over me.
Oh, I feel that. I don't know if you could hear Peek there, but she said, "Thank you, Saku." We're so accident prone. I wonder if I should play with a knife.
Saku said, Peek, we love you, be safe. I would say no, because somehow it'll end up in me, knowing my luck.
Never. But it might find its way between my ribs. What?
I don't know why, for some reason my mind went to like a whole like twisted like Red Riding Hood. It's like why like, you know, one of those like, you know, like what big eyes you have type of things, like why do you have a knife? You know, to better poke between ribs.
Mm-hmm. I use what's it called? One of those strainers on a handle to scoop the pasta out before the dump. Before you dump the water. I'd imagine it's a type of colander that probably just fits over like maybe the pan. I would imagine.
It sounds like that.
Yeah. But yeah, those would be pretty darn handy. We kind of had one like that. I forget what happened to it though.
Where level 6 can be cleared
I used
up.
it for a DIY project.
Ah, okay. Some big beefy arms there.
I don't know if level 6 we could beat him, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah, I'm not really sure with this first encounter. It seems pretty doable.
You just need to get the, yeah, like, just need to get the, arms out of the way, and then... Because once the arms are done, he doesn't do anything. I do remember that from his fight. Because he just strikes a pose.
I think so. Yeah. It does sound awfully familiar.
One of the few times we actually see Omori furious.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, 'cause I think once you give him
Bumps
the
up.
health, he bumps up his stats. So if you take out the arms, it's
Yeah.
just...
Oh man, he does get really tanky, huh?
Okay, yeah. If you just focus on the arms, it's easy.
Nice. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Not bad.
It amazes me you can fight him multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you fight him here. You fight him twice with Jawsome,
Yeah.
and you
And
fight him
then-
with Earth,
Yeah.
which is not even an achievement fight either. It's just a fight you can do.
Wait, there's one for beating him with the earth, right?
Was there? Maybe I'm misforgetting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I could be completely misforgetting too.
But I don't think there's anything for beating him at Jawsome's.
No, I don't think so. Every time I see this character, my mind immediately goes to Grindhouse.
Mine too.
Just a box head, drinking
TV girl.
copious amount of coffee, 30 screens open. I always wonder where did whatchamacallits, doohickeys, and thingamabobs came from. Like, what was the first use of that ever being used?
Yeah, that's a good question. This is the part of the show where we Google things.
That's what I do. Like, whenever I eat, like if I'm eating a lunch or dinner on my own, it's like I always try to look up one thing about the dish to see like where its origins were, how did it get its name.
The earliest known use of the word thingamabob was in 1751 by writer Tobias Smollett. The word is an informal term used when you can't remember the real name for something.
Oh, Psycho apparently is where it's from.
You know where that's from. Oh?
Like, I want to say it's not from The Little Mermaid, because as soon as you said that name, I'm like, okay, that's not, Little Mermaid, because that's, what was it, Hans Andersen, who did, Little Mermaid. Ironically, I know that because of Fate.
That's pretty cool.
There's a whole event in, Fate Grand Order where, Hans Andersen is one of the servants, right? And his whole thing is he's notorious for like writing a bunch of manuscripts but never finishing books because he's not satisfied with it. and one of the villains in the series is a huge fan of his work, and pretty much creates this whole like murder camp scenario, like because it was a summer like Halloween / event. It was pretty much like, hey, it's, you know, everyone's going summer camping, but it's following all the horror tropes, like the lovey-dovey couple were the first ones to die, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And she set all that up to lock him away in a room to try writing The Little Mermaid 2. And the event ends with, you know, you solve everything, you beat her and everything, and he's like, you know what? If you really want this book so bad, here you go. And then she opens it, like ends with her like opening up the second book, and there's just like a sticky note of like I owe you.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's still not in the top 3 of Weir's favorite events.
Sounds so similar to what's the movie by Stephen King?
Misery.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
God, Misery's so scary because it can happen.
Right. That's probably what makes it so like much of like a horror film.
Yeah, and whoever played her too did such an excellent job.
Give me a moment. Her name will come to me. Gosh. Like I know it.
It's also one of my favorite Stephen King works, just also because like I love his books to death. But this might be a slight hot take. 2/3 of his books just end really badly. I feel like some of his books either end too suddenly or pitter patter to the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I love the book Under the Dome. I think Under the Dome is one of the worst endings I've ever read. And I hate to say, you know, I will give the warning, spoiler alert, but come back in just like 1 minute or 2. The whole idea is that the town's underneath this dome, and then it turns out aliens did it, kind of like a, you know, they're doing like ants underneath like a magnifying glass, like teen aliens, and the one character pleads for them to like spare them and to let them live, and the aliens are like, you know what, okay, and remove the dome. And it's like, what? Excuse me? All this build up for nothing?
Damn. Kind of makes me think of one of those like really I don't know, like dystopian like 70s 80s movies like endings. Usually like in the sci-fi. I want to say like Logan's Run kind of.
Oh, Logan's Run. That was such an interesting one. It reminds me, like, if I can't watch another like Total Recall with a different cast. Like I felt like ironically the Total Recall cast was just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree to that.
It's like also I this might be ironic, but I love Sylvester Stallone as Judge Dredd.
It's hard not to like him in most roles.
Oh, I think his new show, is it called Tulsa King? I think it's amazing.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good. Like he comes off as like a mobster, really good, and it's like some of his best acting. And I never thought he could be like a TV show actor, but like it seems like he just went for like a renaissance. Like he could do stuff that's not just like all like 80s action hero.
Nice. Kathy Bates.
Okay, yes, Bates.
I knew it would come to me if I didn't focus on it too hard.
Probably up there, one of his best villains as well.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Though I don't know who would be his best villain. Ironically, it might not even be a person either.
That's true.
I think you can make the argument the Shining Hotel is possibly the best villain.
That's my go-to as well. I was immediately thinking The Shining.
Because my mind goes, Shining, Pennywise. I feel like those two are like the most obvious. People go like, best villain from Stephen King's work. But I think a really good one is Cujo.
Cujo. Man.
Because like that's a scary one too. A dog with rabies that's a Saint Bernard nonetheless. That's a big dog. Like I'm not sure if anyone has ever like held a Saint Bernard puppy. A Saint Bernard puppy like a couple weeks is just like the size of a normal dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're big dogs.
Fully grown, they're massive. I don't think they're the biggest dog though. I think it's the Mastiff or probably Irish Wolfhound.
Yeah, one of those two. I always thought it was a bull mastiff.
It's like the Mastiff are just like really, really wide, and the Irish Wolfhounds are just really, really tall.
Oh yeah.
I never knew how big they are until they stand up. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
You're tall. You're taller than people in my family.
Oh man, where's that special mixtape?
And now we're about to do the junkyard for like the fifth time.
Yeah.
Thing is, we could breeze through with this because everything we need to do is in faraway town.
Yeah. Just a little whoopsie daisy when we forget to brush our teeth,
Yep.
Where are you going? We should help him out.
So I just got a bunch of notifications at once, and I was just like, what is happening?
My sweet jelly-filled donut.
It took me like 2 or 3 tries to realize that like he says it literally like early on when you get to look for the password.
I know. I didn't quite realize until the third time around, and I'm like, oh, okay. To be fair, it was also the third time around when I realized, oh, she's a donut.
Yeah, that's why I was told to go like look in the one house for her poster, and like they really show like she has a hole in the center of her chest.
Yeah.
Also love just like how like Omori's like creating all of this. So like he's specifically like making some of these characters to look the way they are.
Oh man, the minds of an adolescent.
Yeah, there was like some things we missed in like Black Space 2 that like I wanted to like kick myself in the side for exploring. Like there was one I saw someone else do, and it was like Omori and Aubrey like walking through like school, and then like other Aubrey showed up and they all start fighting for him. Like, there's one left, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh. I'm not sure I've seen that one.
Right. I think we could beat the Earth too.
I would think so. I think this has like a few like bigger like AoE attacks if I recall. Yeah, because I think it's like panic attack. Just to like just spam the AoE. You know, being like in like audio and sound engineering is gotta be the most like interesting thing for a game. Like I'm always thinking like, how do they make these sound effects? Like some seem kind of straightforward, but then others it's just like, what did you do to make this?
Yeah. Like there's like certain things like, what was it like? I remember hearing something like there were a comedic trio did where their whole like skit is about how like a lot of pop and hip hop songs like use like the same 3 chords, just different arrangements of it or at different pitches.
Yeah.
Hell, I think I think Pharrell was famous for a lot of his songs. Like I think it was like the Golden 4. It's like the same 4 notes. He'll always he just used 4 notes in all of his songs, and he makes his like a meter out of it.
Fair enough. I mean, like, man, you can just like I saw like this is a while ago, but like the video of like how they made all of the Donkey Kong Country like sound effects and stuff, and all like the ambient tracks, and I'm like, man, that's just cool. I've seen some more comical ones where it's just like, how did they make like the laser sound effects in Star Wars? And it's just like somebody taking a wrench and like tapping on one of those lined stakes, you know, the coiled ones, the really thick ones. And then like if you tap on it, it makes a really high like zing zing.
Hell, what was it? The Star Wars is famous for like using the Wilhelm scream, but it's not even like from that movie. It's from like a movie I think from like the 20s, like it was like Bridge to Zimbabwe, I think, where one of the one of the characters fell off. They just made it famous to use.
One of the best screams of all time. I like that we got a clip out there now of like the direction like being given to them like in real time.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love how things like that get preserved and saved sometimes by accident, and just becomes so useful down the road when it becomes like famous.
Yeah, like he says something like not ooh, you're being stabbed, like you're in real pain, and he's like ah, and that's where we got the Wilhelm scream.
Speaking of like screaming, I think one of my favorite like things is I believe it was it's either Lord of the Rings or it was Star Wars, but it was Christopher Lee. And the director told him, like, you know, to shout out that he got stabbed, and like he's like, have you ever been stabbed? He's like, because I have, and he's like, I've been in war. I know what it sounds like when someone gets stabbed. They make a gasp. They don't suddenly scream out. And it was just like using like actual his war knowledge to be like, no, you're wrong, director.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd believe that to be true. I mean, it's I feel like that's like the bodily response, like to like physical sensation, is to probably like breathe in. Like when you just jump into like something freezing cold, it just takes all the breath out of you.
Oh yeah, especially something like that.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, if you take like a really, let's say, spicy shot of whiskey, or you're like a really strong one, you're immediately like you're just breathing. You're just trying to like trying to get that like that spice going. You're not like going, holy shit, that was strong. You're like you're like almost like lightly panting. or like you're working your jaw.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime like something comes a little too close to like my head at like work, 'cause you usually gotta like duck in and out of like racks and stuff, and if I feel it like graze like the top of my head, I usually gasp. I'm like every time. It's just a bodily reflex.
Hey, there's times where I accidentally been like, poked by something, and my response is just like my mind doesn't like comprehend it right away. So there's just times where I'm like
yeah.
staring, like, oh, I just got cut, and then I'm like, oh, I just got cut. Or like I stare like a paper cut like that, and just like, don't you start bleeding? Don't you start bleeding?
I don't know why. You mentioned the stab thing, and it made me think of a clip from a comedy troupe. I think I've mentioned it before, but it's always funny to me because it's in their first episode of their first season.
Ah, junkyard.
Okay, I found it.
Speaking of like comedy, I wonder who is like the current like biggest name like in comedy right now.
That's a good question. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I don't think you see really any difference between the two cranes.
Yeah, they look.
I think just copy paste, yeah.
Yeah. Flip the asset.
No, I realize, something we have to do again that's gonna be very painful.
Oh.
The battle rocks.
Why would you say this?
It still gets me that it's truly random. Like, it's just a more of a chance of one thing over the other.
And people hated Suki because he told the truth. Alright, it'll be okay. I mean, it's just a matter of grinding it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the first round, we did, like, the first story, like, overthinking it and won somehow. And then that, like, the second time run, we just did random.
Yep. At least now we know. It's kind of funny that, like, the first time around, we just, it sort of worked out.
Oh yeah, it worked. Like, it worked out perfectly. Like, I think the only, like, Kel were like, we were like, oh, he's just gonna do the whole Bart Simpson, like, oh, good old trusty rock. Can't beat that.
And it was true.
And then from there, it just became I think it was like 66% of one thing and like 33% the other.
Yeah. So like just a heavily favored split.
And then, what was it? The final one was like just 32% everything. Like, it was truly just random.
Yeah, the last one's true random. There's also two other, or is it one other or two other true random? Maybe it's just one other, but it's definitely not as bad because they don't have as many hearts. Then there's a few that are like half, quarter, quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Huh. Thought I heard something. Right. Then everyone's like team leader ability, and then we can slowly start to explore the world. Class Bible.
Alright.
Welcome back.
I think this is probably one of my favorite enemies, just because they bothered to animate the little guy for all the emotions.
I should have done that. I should have just brought out one of the emotions.
It'd be alright. Nice.
Oh, so during one of the my movie nights with A Miss Saku, I have decided to show her Dragon Ball Z in the best way possible.
Oh.
And I decided, like, you know what? Dragon Ball Z can be very slow to watch, especially if, like, compared to, like, newer anime, because, like, I love Dragon Ball Z, but they will spend, like, episodes just talking as they power up, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm like, you know what? What's a quicker way to get through this, to get the complete gist of the series and everything, and all the memes and references?
Did you do
I was
the
like,
bridged?
the bridge. And I explained that. I'm like, oh yeah, the Ginyu Force, they're like that. That's almost exactly how they act.
Yeah. They almost didn't even need to abridge them. That's just their character. Easily one of the best abridged series of all time.
Oh, agreed. I mean, it's like hard to pick, like, because I think Abridged, because it's so big, like, there's of course gonna be like good episodes, bad episodes. It's also older, so like some of the early episodes might not hit the same way.
Yeah.
But like, I do love Housing Abridged so much.
That's a really good one too. There's just something about this OST, and it usually happens to a few games where I just really don't get tired of it at all.
Could you really just skip Life Jam?
You can. Yep, it's absolutely not mandatory.
I feel like it's worth it just to get some free ones.
Yeah.
But still completely hilarious, because especially the comics where they just get jumped, pretty much.
Or no, it's like a 20% discount or something. Also, you only hear this track like in 2 optional boss fights, I think. Completely optional, yeah.
There's a few
Like
optional
this?
boss fights, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, big 99s. Use Life Jam. It really works.
I still just love the idea he just like mollywomps the party and he's like, here, revive yourselves.
I don't know. I still just absolutely love that they made like the dead characters, you know, toast.
Yeah. The whole you're toast. And then the whole
I
like
never.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go on.
I was just say the and then the graveyard is like just a whole like bakery.
I'm pretty sure when you smear on the jam, it looks like a little ghost.
I would not be surprised.
Let's see. Wonder if I can maybe find it like frame by frame of it or something. Why am I not surprised? I don't want the Life Jam guy. I want.
I think the only problem is that you can only buy them one at a time, so it's just like mashing the Z button, like go quicker, go quicker, go quicker, go quicker.
Yeah. I don't know. I swear I'm like 99% sure it looks like a little cute like ghost when you smear on the jam.
That'd be a nice little like wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
I also realized that like he says, haha, he's like, you'll need this later. Like, hey, you might not buy the Life Jam now, but you're definitely going to need it.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we got the key.
I was hoping I could find them.
And then right here is a photo of someone familiar.
Oh, that's not always there.
Yeah, I
That's
remember looking at, remember learning that there's like certain things that pretty much the game each new playthrough roll, like I think it's like a D12, and whatever number it is, you'll see some extra things.
Yep.
And that's the first one. I think that's like if you rolled a 2.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the others is
Yeah.
on the Lost Highway, you see a cow like running through the street. I think one. I remember one being in the whale, and I think it's on the beach. One of the guys says instead of saying "I love air conditioning," he just says "I fucking love air conditioning."
Oh, yeah.
I forget. There's one where a cockroach appears, and then there's one where like in like the forest, in the corner you see the something.
Yeah, yep.
And then there's a few others, I think, but I can't remember what they are.
Okay.
Think of like, you know, like the like RPG Maker-esque games like Omori, I think. I wonder what the next big one going to be. Because there's some other good ones, like I forget what it's called, but it's you're pretty much like almost look like Red Riding Hood, and it's like a rhythm battle game.
Ooh. That's
Everhood.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Like I heard that one is good. I think another one's called Up Stars and Skies. I went to like stream that at one point. That looks really good. And it's just a loop game like Groundhog's Day.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember if I mentioned it a while ago, but I was thinking maybe if you and Saku wanted to do Everhood.
That'd be great. That one, it just looks so good. I just don't know if I could do the battle parts possibly. I think about games like those and my fingers just like tense up like you'll hurt.
Yeah, I haven't looked into like the battles at all. But I'm usually down for it. I somehow managed to beat Sans in the genocide run.
I managed that too somehow. I did that. I'm like, how? How did I do that?
Yeah, see, we're both capable. I think if we can get through that, we can face anything.
That's how I feel with certain games. Like, hey, if I can beat Orphan of Kos and Bloodborne, I can beat almost any boss.
Yeah, for real. I don't know how I stumbled my way through Bloodborne,
Oh my
honestly.
God, you're right. It is a ghost.
Yep. I was like, I'm sure that's not coincidence, right? Like, that's gotta be pretty intentional. But yeah, it's a little jam ghost.
That's how I felt with like Bloodborne. Like, if I could beat, Millennium on my third try, I can handle a lot of these bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to do the DLC fully because so many things came out. Like, I was going through it, then Space Marine 2 dropped. I'm like, well, I'm gonna play Space Marine 2, and then almost shortly after that, Sparking Zero dropped. I'm like, well, I'm gonna play Sparking Zero, and it just got put off and put off, put off.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It's not that like I know like Space Marine 2 like it takes like a pretty decent PC to run.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like Sparking Zero like runs with no lag or issues at all, and that amazes me. Like it looks so good, yet still runs so well. Try and grind on some of these early fights just to get the EXP started.
Mm-hmm.
That's still something I'm gonna do once Orange Oasis is unlocked. Just try to grind out multiple levels so we just like breeze through this side of the game, just so we can focus on Faraway Town as much as possible. Like, okay, don't forget, brush your teeth, look for every job, do every side
Look
quest.
for every job. Yeah, just make sure we get all of the Faraway Town achievements done. That's all we need.
I actually have like a notepad of like the things to check. Like I don't know, like for example, I don't know if the supermarket is a like only like a day 2 thing. You can do it on the 3rd day, like whatever it is, or like, hey, check this location, because we didn't even
Yeah.
notice that for the longest time.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at this poster on the wall, see if it says anything, and then, oh, hey, it's a job, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. 2 hidden jobs, hidden in plain sight.
The one almost gave us trouble. We were just like, how do we solve this?
Man, I know. Like when we start getting into like more complex math formula, it's just like, okay.
The English one we did pretty
Connected.
well. I think there was the one question where we're both like, this sounds weirdly worded.
Yeah. Like, I'm no English major, but this doesn't sound right to my ear.
Oh, it is just sitting up there. It just didn't suddenly appear.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh.
Man, the bunny items do carry for like the early game. I was just thinking to myself like how,
Oh, the bunny.
yeah,
The bunny.
like the
Yeah.
cottontail, the rabbit's foot, and then the ears. I believe it's the 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Because like I put the one on Aubrey, it's like a plus 12 speed, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
Ooh.
Because the cotton
That's
ball
just
gives plus 1 defense, speed 3, and there's like nothing we have that's like,
Better yet. Yeah.
yeah, the rabbit's foot's plus 15 speed, luck 10. Like,
Man, speed and luck. That is crazy.
and for her who's like
So-
slow,
Yeah.
like having her go second like right after Cal after like makes her angry just like perfect.
Just big crit machine.
Bunny ears is plus 3 defense, speed 12. And then 3-leaf clover is just as plus 3 luck.
Okay.
Actually, I should probably do something that's not luck for him because he doesn't really attack often.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe swap the clover with the Omori. Because it's speed and defense.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad either, but I figured if he's like our other hard hitter, luck wouldn't be the worst stat.
True.
But speed is good too.
We should probably try to get the Sage goggles as well. Because that also like helps a lot. Because what was it? It's like a defense, speed, and something. It's like 3 stats.
And like hit, so yeah, like if you're ever like in the happiness like emotions, like you'll almost never miss.
I can even go to like Aubrey as well, just because like she has a weapon that like makes her like accuracy like 75, I think it was.
Oh yeah, yep.
I will always like jokingly gripe, but also be proud that we beat Perfect Heart on our with like on hard mode.
Can't believe it.
But we did it. Actually quicker than I thought too, because I was like, oh, this is gonna take us like all 4 hours, and then we did. And I'm like,
Ooh,
oh, I guess we go find the other bosses.
yeah. Thankfully not that bad.
Yeah. I think the what was it, Mutant Heart was almost bad because you had to do the emotion thing. She would do an emotion, you would have to match it. And then
Yeah.
Space X Husband was a bit tough. Because unless you got him emotional, you did like no damage to him. I like where our team speed is because all three go before like the shark plane.
Yeah. Shark plane. I wonder what it is about like the like shark plane connection. Like why do they
guess-
paint like a shark mouth on planes?
That's a good question.
I mean, it definitely makes it look pretty beastly. But like someone out there like had that original idea. It's like, you know what this plane needs? Shark mouth.
I mean, it does give it a badass look.
It does.
Because that's the watching the sun. I'm trying to remember which way is the items and which way is the proper way to go.
Hmm. I don't know. So we know the original like squadron that painted them, but it doesn't really give a reason why other than like just to make their planes look intimidating.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. They just they just did it because it was like, well, they're naturally intimidating predators.
I mean, we also give
At least
ships
it's-
like names as well,
Yeah.
like nicknames, as I should say. Like, I think one of my favorites is the Galloping Ghost or the Gray Ghost.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Yeah, the one that they listed there for that squadron were like Kitty Hawk fighters. I'm not even sure what that means.
Maybe that was their group name.
It was like the name for like the type of plane they were flying. There's like a nickname for it. Kitty Hawk.
Because they're like scrappy.
Maybe. I could see it. Just gotta start putting shark mouths on everything.
Also, this is one gag I will never understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, the only get
It's-
is because we're in space, you know, the moon's made of cheese, but it's just a cheese in the yard, and we're just like, hey, I know someone that we can call.
Yeah, it does seem like a really like odd joke to throw in here. Like maybe it's a reference to something?
I know we see him in, like,
It-
the bread shop. Or
It's
the bread
such a
club.
strange like way to introduce heroes like charm into it too.
Here he's just going around romancing different mice.
Yeah.
Or EMS, like, we're like, or M's, I should say. Like, we just knows a hamster.
Yeah.
Unless like there's some lore that like Kira owned a hamster at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be like some like little lore thing that we might have missed and just didn't pick up on.
Even like Rose is like, okay, that was weird. It took me the longest time till the actual like Sweetheart's Castle that like Rosalie was the one that like made it so that we would get thrown into the dungeon.
Yeah. I love that they incorporated some of the character into like the track.
Oh yeah, I think that the best part of that is Perfect Hearts. Like you get like that heavy choir, then the laugh, and then the music just starts, and it's like, oh, you're in for a rough time.
Oh yeah.
Also, the titles of some of the soundtracks like give like a really good like idea about it. Like
Yeah.
I think Space ex-husband, Space ex-boyfriend. It's like ex-boyfriends is like you should have turned back, and then like the ex-husband's like there's no going back now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it? Is it Teehee time?
Yes.
Sweethearts?
It sure is. Yeah, the game over music is like labeled as like it's okay to try again.
They just knew what to do for all the music for that
Yeah.
game.
Ooh, baking pan.
It amazes me like some of these skills and stuff you could just completely miss.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of missable stuff in this.
T removes that. I think it's like a defense 1, 2. Plus 2 defense 5 heart. Okay. Oh, I love how like Mario just like jumps there and looks around like what just happened.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit. Computer part.
You know, of all the foods she brings, I'm not sure why she has a big giant like turkey here.
It's just
Or
roasted chicken.
That's a big chicken.
She got it from Costco for like $5, you know?
Yeah. Like what? I was so sure that was a turkey. That was a big chicken.
I think that's something that always amazed me because I know like there's like 3 different places. Like there's a Sam Club's by me, there's a Acme, then there's a Costco, and all just have like, oh, you want a full chicken ready to go for like $5 to take home? Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's sometimes where my family's just like, we don't feel like making anything, and we can use this for like leftovers for like sandwiches tomorrow, so we're just gonna do chicken. Alright, I think we could beat them at level 9.
Oh, for sure. The nice big 404.
Yeah, it took me a few moments when I first saw it, like, wait a second, is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
I think you can be on this line, but right there. Because I think as soon as you go... Yep.
Yeah, in the center space. Yep. Boom.
Step home herself.
Man, this track is surprisingly really, really catchy.
It is.
I think I like how they somehow make some of the more like chaotic tracks like really like still like catchy.
And there's like that little talk, it almost seems like someone just talked right there, said something, and it's probably just noise.
Yeah. I know a friend, well, one of my best friends shared me a whole big video of like some of the sound effects and stuff that were like used in Undertale and like where they were like sampled from. And like, yeah, Toby Fox just like kind of uses a little bit of whatever. But one that gets me like a lot is the voice for Sans' like chiptune was sampled from Patrick from SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm going to starve. Yeah, thank you, Peacock. Oh my goodness, we absolutely wiped the floor by
Yeah,
this
just
way.
three turns.
Holy granola. What just happened?
You know there's gonna be like a generation that has no idea what all that is. Like dial-up and everything like that.
I mean, I remember the first time they didn't know what, like, you know, like a cassette was, and I was like, what?
Hell, I think something that amazes me is like records are like greatly coming back. Like in my store, we sell more records than we do movies. That we're taking out movies and starting to stack more CDs and records.
Yeah, like, it's weird how, like, yeah, vinyl has, like, kind of survived, and it's starting to thrive again.
I do say though, am getting tired of Taylor Swift releasing a album like every year, because we just get like 400 records of it, and we're like, come on, please stop.
Does she really put out that many albums?
I think for the solid like past 3-4 years, it's either been a new album or it's been a remake of a previous one. Because what was it? Just a few that came
like
out
a
was
new
like
edition.
I think it was like Midnight's 1987.
Oh, okay.
The Dead Dead Poet Society. Those are like the last three. Like in the past like couple like 2-3 years, like she's just popping out a bunch of them.
Oof.
Who knows? She might make an NFL based one because of Kelsey.
Maybe.
I think I'm gonna fight one thing just so he gets his level 10. Yeah, you're gonna be our target. Don't die, Cal. Right, there we go. Should have enough experience to level up, I hope. There we go.
Heck yeah.
I'm not going to like,
Curveball.
ex-boyfriend with you having not enough EXP to be at level 10.
Yeah, I don't know. There's abilities like curveball. Like I don't see the practical use of it.
Yeah, some of the skills I'm like, okay, makes sense. I get like, deals damage to all foes, good. Rebounds based on speed. He's a speed-based character. It's just if you're not doing any true emotion to them, like damage-wise.
Yeah, maybe.
But like it doesn't feel like a good strategy to use.
Hmm. Yeah. Wonder if I could maybe pull it up and see if there's like any interesting like applications for it. So
There could be. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my charger for my phone real quick.
all right, take your time.
I'm back.
Huh. Probably wouldn't work that well. But if you wanted to, just I'd probably say just like rinse out your bottle and then just pour it in there. Hmm.
Have you found like a little like battle plan that uses it?
Not quite. Like, so people have kind of like diagnosed like the formula to some attacks.
Okay.
So curveball does kind of have a use, sort of, but not like terribly great that I can see, because it basically does like attack 2 times minus the foe's defense.
Okay, so
if
like
they
it's a
don't-
low defense.
Yeah. And then it has another part to the ability where if they do have an emotion, then he does 3 times attack minus the foe's defense.
Gotcha.
So I feel like that's one of his hardest hitting abilities for a while. Yeah, like honestly, that is one of his hardest hitting abilities apparently.
Who would have
Besides
thought?
rebound, I think. No, not rebound.
Probably running gun because it's speed base, and you could like just put a bunch of
Yeah.
speed things on him.
Wait a minute, there it is. Wait, what is? Huh. So run and gun kind of isn't like super amazing until like very late game, because it only scales 1.5 times his speed stat. And then I think all attacks kind of are subject to the enemy defense,
Mm-hmm.
unless it says so.
Save.
Oh. I don't remember us getting this ability.
What's that?
Aubrey has an ability called Last Resort? I didn't know she was a Papa Roach fan.
Cut my life to pieces. This is my last resort.
You know, that's kind of funny, only in the sense that she becomes toast after she uses this ability. But it does hit, like, very hard if
How did you
used in
get
the
that
right
skill?
circumstance. I don't know. I have the list, but it doesn't, like, exactly tell me how the acquisition is done. It just says it's a level 30 skill.
Oh, maybe we just never, like, really looked at it?
I guess not. But it can do a ton of damage, potentially. It does her current health times 4.
Oh,
And it
God.
doesn't look like it, yeah, and it doesn't look like it gets mitigated by defense.
Ooh, that's nasty.
And I think there's some for specifically like the Omori route, I think? I'm not sure. Because I don't think
probably.
you can, yeah, because yeah, there were like the 3 like other fear abilities that he gets. But they seemed really interesting. But yeah, surprisingly, Curveball, not the worst ability.
Huh, who would have thought?
Oh, you know why? Like, another reason we probably never use it, though, is Curveball costs 20 juice.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. And honestly, it's not much better than if we just use Rebound, which hits all foes for 15. At 2.5 times attack. Huh. Otherwise, yeah, I think Ricochet is the best, like, if you have a single target.
I forget, does this give you 2 or 3 items?
I thought it might have been 4, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 3.
Alright, I'm gonna save the... I put the seer goggles on Omori.
Because you get, yeah, the goggles, I believe the cell phone?
Yeah, because it's like gives you like just a bunch of defense.
Yeah. And then there's one more that I think we didn't get.
Well, we did, because I think we finished the...
Oh, you're right, we did. I think it's the universal remote? That sounds right. Did they really? For real this time? Man, one of the best tracks for real.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that he shoots his own bed.
As you should.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like part of his uniform or if he put like bandages over where his heart's supposed to be.
I think that's supposed to be like he cut out his heart type of thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, big damage.
Look at him trying to go Super Saiyan over here. No, you see, Omori's a bit of a sadist peacock, so he's trying to make him suffer a little.
Ooh, big hit.
Ooh.
That's fine. The more you
Alright,
take one, technically 2 more hits.
You got this. You can't achieve Super Saiyan. He's only Kaioken. Look, man, you tell me that's not Kaioken right there.
I was actually talking with like Saku about like I'm like Kaioken's the whole thing's about you're supposed to like physically power yourself up, right?
Yeah.
But it makes his Kamehameha stronger because he's getting bigger muscles.
I mean, I guess.
Like I never understood like the point of it. Like I'm like how like I'm like yeah, it makes your muscles bigger, stuff like go faster, stronger, and everything. But like it makes your ki attack stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how that works then exactly. Maybe we need some fundamental understanding of both.
Also,
Like,
he also learns it off screen as well, which doesn't help. That in Spirit Bomb, he learns off screen, I believe. And most of his moves he gets from other people.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, well, if the fandom wiki can be measured for any source of credibility, it technically multiplies the user's ki.
Okay.
Now, as to why, I mean, I don't know if it technically makes...
I guess it works like if you use like 10% of your ki, if it multiplies your ki, then that 10% is now bigger.
Yeah, and I guess like your body's kind of just under the strength of it, trying to keep it all in. Which would explain why it comes with like such like bodily recoil. I wonder why they strayed away from it so much.
I guess just because stronger moves. It's like he never uses Spirit Bomb anymore just because like it takes so long.
True.
I do like the version, like the fastball special, like Spirit Bomb, like in the like
Yeah.
I was playing like some of the early parts of Sparking Zero, and I just love how they do it, where it just like forms like that like basketball size key and just throws it like a baseball. I'm like that just hits the right spot.
Yeah. It is pretty damn satisfying in combination with the animation. It just, it's so good.
Some moves are like that. Like I love Gallic Gun because like Gallic Gun looks cool to me.
Yes.
Just the moves that always look fun. Like I love Android 16's like to do his like arm blasting. He has to take off his hands, like take him under his elbow and blast you with it.
It was so goofy the first time I saw it. I loved it. But yeah.
I always wonder if like the snow cone was just a reference to like he's gonna end up on top of Snow Mountain.
Yeah. The only thing that heals the pain is cold. Ten keys left.
Oh wait.
No?
Oh, can I not interact with that one?
No, you kind of just start seeing the cracks of like the hole form, and then eventually they, like you can like either peek into them or something. How's the search for basil going? We got sidetracked.
Yeah, I love that. Like, we got a snow cone ticket. She's like, that's great. I love when, like, Mari is trying to be that older sister, and that, like right now, like, that's very nice too, Kel. Like, cause she, like, he, like, learned, like, I can flex. Like, you tell, like, she's trying to be that big, like, that big older sister, and she's, like, she's trying really hard to be, like, not say, like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Well, bless your heart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can we, like, go down to do Kaike?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So we can't leave. Okay, it's only 9. Yeah, we got, like, a good hour to, like, start faraway town stuff.
Yeah.
Unless we wanted to start fresh with faraway town stuff and just, like, knock out some of these side quests.
Oh, I don't mind either way. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
It's no Mr. Scarecrow here.
Yeah, like, they all disappear for, like, this, like... Because I was gonna come here, to do, like, the Scarecrow thing, because, you know, you need Hero's ability. But, like, it all disappears just to show, like, those picture things.
Yeah, the little flashback memories. Watermelons are my favorite part of summer.
When was the last time I, like, cut open a watermelon to eat one?
I don't know. We would usually get it like pre-sliced or like
Yeah,
cubes.
that's
or
what I
whatever.
mean. Like, that's how my family tends to do it. Oh, we can actually go down. Oh, nope, there's nothing here.
Oh. Yeah, I think we tried that last time. I was like, wait a minute.
I think it's the same thing with here.
Yeah. This year you get just one present from all of us.
You ever had a present like that? Like, there was, like, one birthday or one Christmas? Oh, you can skip some of the shadows and go straight to the barn.
I sure can. But yeah, probably the year I got PlayStation 1
Oh.
and 2 games, mind you. So that was pretty cool.
I think for us it was definitely when me and my brother got, like, the Reach Xbox 360. That was, like, our big thing.
Ooh, nice.
I think as I got older, like, certain things, like it was, like, a few years ago, the brown jacket I wore. That was like the only thing I got from my father. I'm like, that's fine. Like, like, if there's a game I need or if there's something I need, I buy it for myself. So like getting myself like a really like getting like a really nice jacket that will last a while. I'm like, I'll take that.
Heck yeah.
I don't think we can outrun him.
My cat's snoring so loud. At that time, I saw everything. When you stood here before, did you see it too? Something behind you. Three days left. Okay, brush teeth.
Brush teeth. Just have to remember that, brush teeth. I don't know if it's at night or day though.
I swear it's gotta be in the morning, right? That makes the most sense to when you brush your teeth. Well, I don't know. I guess before and after you sleep.
We can just check.
Yeah. A new message. Hey, Suki, it's Ma. Maybe do something today. Alright, bye.
I still think one of my favorite things is that if you do the semi route, that Hero just does all your chores for you.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I gotta brush my teeth first, too.
Okay.
Brush your teeth.
Okay.
Brush your teeth.
Okay, so we made sure to brush it. Is there anything else? I'm gonna save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So jobs is probably gonna be the big thing today. Just get
Yeah.
those out of the way. What happens today? Pretty much just the bullies, I think, and then getting back the photos.
The first day is like the biggest day, I think. It's
Yeah.
a really big one. Yeah.
Because then the next day is Hero comes back, because it leads to like the lake, right? Aubrey accidentally pushes Basil into the lake, not realizing he can swim. And we jump in. Hero saves us. And then the third day, we have Aubrey apologizes to Basil, and then we're all a team again. And then we're like, hey, we're gonna sleep over.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm right, that's like how the like order of things goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't think we're missing anything there.
I'm just gonna double check also achievements, what achievements we're missing, so we don't miss anything that's like, not silly, but like oh, how did we not figure that out? All right. So the things we have to like really focus on is, of course, the bad ending, which is at the end. Take $20 from Kel's wardrobe.
Yeah.
Defeat the hooligans with paper spray.
I don't think we.
The pepper spray we get from Kel's house.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth every day. Battle the bees, which I think is in the park.
Yeah.
Defeat the right recycle path, which we can only do on the last day. Feed the stray cat every day in sunset. Receive all the flowers. Insert every song into Gino's jukebox, and then, of course, all achievements. Just,
All
you know,
right.
really easy, right?
Yeah, real easy. Should be no problem.
It would help them back in the game.
Hmm.
Okay. Got my notepad in front of me.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't do the bad ending, did we?
That you can only do at the end. The only way to do that is
Yeah.
literally if you stay on Sunny's route and then
Yeah.
lose to Omori by giving up.
Yeah, you choose to give up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Wait, I'm swear there was like certain items. Was it here? Okay, there was a bandage. And then I think we got the first aid kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting the first aid. Yeah, sounded familiar. Hello. Do you remember me? It's your old friend Cal. Definitely not a spooky apparition. He's so tall.
He really is. I think he's like the same height as Hira.
Yeah, I think so. Hmm. Is Omori Street the only one with power lines in the foreground? Like that can't be right.
I'm curious now.
Oh, I guess they won't let you check. Because I think those shoes are only hung up in front of Omori's house.
Quite possibly. Part of me also wants to leave all the people here.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, like, I kind of wonder if there's a theory out there that it's Mari's shoes.
Oh, that's possible. Oh, there's another trash.
Where are the bees?
We know they're here in the park.
I wonder if we can't do it on the first day.
Maybe?
Oh, it has to be during 2 days left.
Oh, did you find that?
Yeah. Practicing, but it looks so real.
I love how like we like Kellis met us like the first time in a long time, and he's like, "Can I borrow $20?"
Yeah. Oh man. It's okay, we're gonna borrow 20 later from him.
I think interacting with Mincy is like, if you do it like every day, is something.
Think so. Oh my goodness, there's 13 CDs to collect.
Yeah, I imagine some of it's like doing quests, and then others is buying.
I think there's like 5 to purchase. You get one from one of the part-time jobs. Holy no way. We gotta collect 25 pieces of trash for the old lady. Oh, I think we have to feed the cat every day?
Yeah, every day, and every sunset.
Yeah. Oh my, wow, okay. That's one hungry cat. Oh, we have to pay the guitar guy.
Yep.
There's also the CD that's behind the monster on the poster.
Is it this one?
Yeah, I believe so. Get 'em. I don't think this is losable.
I just think you can't run
Jackson.
away.
Yeah. Jackson. My favorite.
I love the
slasher
face
villain. Yeah.
I'm just a silly guy. We just get a CD out of it too. Like, hey, I guess this is ours.
Hmm. Wow, that's a mouthful. But before that, need to ask the important questions. How much does it cost? $20. This is extortion. I mean, I don't know. That kind of sounds like the average price of a book.
I mean, it's not bad, really. Especially for, like, a
Yeah.
hobby store.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's the best order to do some of this stuff. We have like multiple jobs. We have like rock battling.
Yeah, a lot happens at hobbies.
Let's see. I don't know if like doing the Captain Space Boy Space Adventure give us something.
Oh. I have no idea. I don't think so. A game called Captain Space Boy's Space Adventure. Is there a reason we haven't played it? I don't remember.
I know I did like the first time around.
Okay. Oh, okay, because it costs $1. That's why.
While we're here, might as well do the job.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like child labor.
Oh god, I forgot.
Yeah. Take this
Have-
pizza down the street to the house with the...
Something out front and the toys in the yard. House with the what? Out front?
I know, I'm just trying to get that first letter or something.
Okay, let's see if there's toys. Go from there. I mean, there's toys there, but
Um... Man, that is...
maybe
that
it's
isn't...
front something.
With the blank out front and the toys in the yard. The... The something out front and the toys in the yard. I swear we've never seen this card before.
I am pretty sure we haven't.
Toys in the... Toys in the yard, rather.
Okay, so there's two in the yard. Take this pizza down to the street to the house with the... I don't know what that word is. Out front and the toys in the yard. Maybe it's an M? Because it looks like a sideways M.
Yeah, the...
I'm gonna guess if we don't, we'll just reload.
Man, this is
I don't remember this one. I have no idea still what that word is.
Yeah, I'm about to look this one up because I have no idea what it says.
Look for the house that has the grill on the side and the purple roof.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can find some of the words that are hard to...
I'm very curious to know what that word was.
Holy crap, some of... Like, I know we've not seen some of these because some of these look awful.
Please take this pizza to the house with the dog house and the gray pickup out front. Some of these houses I feel like we never seen either. Like, I
That's
don't
possible.
remember some of these houses being like so far back. Like some of these just don't even have
No,
driveways.
what you know what that word was?
What?
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
Hydrant.
That was no.
Like, now that I see it, like, decoded, like, goodness, that is rough.
Wait, that had a great pickup.
That's a great pickup, but it's all great to you, right?
Like, I don't think I remember these houses.
Yeah, some of these definitely not. They might... I wonder if they auto-generate these. You know?
It's a possibility, because I don't remember some of these houses being, like, so far back.
Yeah.
I don't remember a fire hydrant either.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the hydrant, so... 10 out of 10. Here's some monies. Yeah, I would have never guessed that was hydrant.
I was like, that's an M, so it's something M, right? And then you just drop that, like, it's a fire hydrant. I'm like, apparently.
Yeah, like I thought it was like a color or something at first. I'm like, it can't be, not with the way like the sentence is structured, but it looked like a Y or a G or something. Ugh, wasn't even, well, sort of close.
It was kinda not,
Yeah.
kinda is.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, hello, Lucas. I'm doing well.
Lucas.
You miss, we were all Klutzes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of, like, you know, like,
Yes.
talking, like, we were talking about, like, you know, how, like, different models have, like, different things that, like, bounce or move around. Lucas got, like, some
Yeah.
stuff done and can, like, actually, like, blep with his tongue now. And it's really great.
Oh, dude. That's pretty sick.
Right, now we gotta do another side job. This is the part where we just, like, grind out these jobs just for the monies. I wish I could just, like, pay someone like that walking around, like, hey, you want a job for a day? Go clean up some of these aisles and toys.
Yeah, I think probably one of the bigger focuses, if I do get like a 2.0 model at some point, would be like more like sophisticated, like face, like rigging.
Yeah, that would definitely be one.
Mm-hmm.
True. If someone and they offered money to clean up an aisle in the store, I'd take it. I'd be like, you know what? You got it, boss.
Yeah. Let's see. These jobs pay like 20 when you complete, right?
Yeah. You get paid for it being done, not by the hour.
Yeah. So I mean, you get done in like, 5 minutes here. I mean,
It's a pretty damn good.
that's a pretty good pay rate.
I think if I do a 2D live model, the thing I would go for is like the one thing I would want is like, hey, just make sure my ears are very fluff, very bouncy, and move a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wrench, and then the wrench is here. This is the easiest job, but it's also like one of the most time consuming because you just have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Take the go here.
Like
hammer.
not terribly difficult, just a little back and forth. Excuse me. Oof.
Can you imagine as you're doing this, someone just, as you just finish one of these sections, someone puts something down, you're just like, I just cleaned that what I just perfected.
For real. I don't know why. This kind of, like, that kind of reminded me, like, I wish they made a Pokemon, like, mini game. Like, kind of like taking all of the mini games from, like, the Pokemon stadiums, and then adding some new ones.
It's been a while since we had anything like Stadium.
Yeah.
I actually really loved that game. The other stadiums
no.
were very eh. But I did love
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah, like, the mini games were the best. I mean, I guess we, like, got Mario Party, but I mean, you know there would be people who would buy it just because Pokemon, though. You could even throw in some, like, you know, neat stuff like, you know, I don't know, moving the truck to find Mew and surfing Pikachu.
I wonder, did we just help these couple once, or did we help them multiple times?
I don't recall. It doesn't feel like we help them more than once, does it?
Yeah.
I forget, are these the two that have the housewarming party?
I think so, yeah. Yep.
I think we just have to attend their housewarming party. I just don't remember if there's anything that we do at their house before then.
I think you can like come early, and then they're like, "Hey, we're making food for today," and they're like, "Oh no, something's burning."
That seems believable. It just doesn't seem like super fresh in my memory. Unlike this guy.
Yeah. And then I think was Aubrey's the one that actually like finally fixed it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to interact with them just to see them stay.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. We got trash out the wazoo.
Hey, is there any trash around here?
Oh yeah, tons of trash. Got cans, garbage bags. Is that a coin on the ground?
I think it is.
I believe we can take the tutoring jobs as well.
Yeah, I'm just doing like a quick like detour around.
Mm-hmm. Smiley, smiley.
They're closed on Sundays because they're at church.
Mm-hmm.
We'll buy a fish.
Hello, you buy the fish?
Yeah, we just have to kill the flies, right?
I believe so, yeah. I give you a weapon, you kill Fry. Now go. You know, why does she give us the job? Why isn't it like, I don't know, like a manager, like, about?
Good question.
I just love that there's like a hyper like realistic photo of like
Like a real
fruit
fly,
and stuff, yeah. I forget, is it 4 or 5 flies?
Good question. I only see 4.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Am I blind?
I don't see another one.
Am I supposed to report it like, hey, they're dead?
I guess so.
Oh yeah.
Good job. Huh. And that one's definitely the fastest, I think.
I just like how it's just like, yeah, you said I talked to some strangers while waiting for you.
You know what? Because they don't spoil, I should probably buy one for the evening in case we can come to, can we come to tomorrow in the evenings?
Oh, I don't know. Not that I ever tried, so it's one way to find out. Local language tutor.
$20
a day. A map to the house. Oh, okay.
I think they're like really close tied to each other.
I could believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just knocking out all these jobs one by one. There has to be a save point somewhere, right? Just in case we mess up.
The park, maybe? Otherwise, I guess Omori's house.
I went down the wrong road, didn't I? No, I did.
No, I think you're good. You shouldn't walk in the street, that's
Okay.
dangerous.
So, we're gonna go to the next street and then see if we see a dad in the foreground.
Yeah, like they definitely do have some.
Oh, trash, though.
Ooh, nice. Big bag of trash. I wonder if that's the only one with a pair of shoes now.
Might be. Okay, so yeah, we do see the bread family go to the church.
Nice.
I think this is the couple that just moved in.
Yeah. It's him with the leak.
Yep.
Come on in.
I just like how there's piping everywhere. It reminds me of my one uncle's house.
Yeah.
Because he was just always doing, like, home repairs. Alright.
It's man. I'm really curious what he needed the drill for.
To drill a new hole, obviously.
Yeah. Sweet sound of silence.
I like how you can tell, like, it's still open.
Yeah. Rats. Here's $1, kids.
That always will remind me of one story. I was helping a guest with a TV, like putting it into their car and everything, and they handed me like $2, and I was like, "Oh, go get yourself a cup of coffee in there." And we have a Starbucks in our store, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I would need like triple this to get a cup of coffee from a Starbucks.
I respect their gesture.
I forget there's some. I think this is Basil's house.
Yeah.
I think that's Aubrey's. This is the painter.
Mm-hmm. Bark. Bark, bark.
Hey, we just keep telling them, yes, you know, keep making it look better.
Yeah. Inspiration has striketh. Of course, it's so obvious. Voila. Inspiration has striketh.
I don't know what we get out of it, but I think just a little like side quest done.
I wonder if it's one of the plants at the end of the sunny route.
I do remember she has another quest, which is like the whole like, hey, go find my brother. Tell him I ripped up his cards.
I took his cards, and if he ever wants to see him again. Yeah, that's my new theory so far. With the power lines, those are Mari's shoes.
Pick up food one time too many. Man, this is a huge house.
It's a pretty big house. Alright, Brent. Classic cow. Alright. Easy.
Oh no.
I understand now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right?
Yeah. Well,
Though technically that's not true, I think. So we...
I mean, that still applies here. This one's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, 15. I got 32.
Yes. Wait. Yeah.
This is the one... Okay, yeah.
Okay.
This is one where we break it down.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're... So... I'm trying to wrap my head. Like, I have to remember what some of this algebra is.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's -2. Because you have to make everything the same, so you make that into a -7x. By bringing it over. So it'd be -3x plus 4 -7x. So you get -3x plus 4 -7x. And then you swap the 4 over, so it would be 24 minus 4. So you'd be -20x equals 24 minus 4, which is 20. Thus, -20x equals 20, which means x equals -2.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Also -2. Assuming we did that right.
Yeah.
Nice, okay. I feel like the first time we did this, we had a way worse one.
Yeah. And we can come back tomorrow and do this again. So I guess that you can get all the CDs by, like, you know, just spamming the jobs.
Yeah. Okay, sure, the English one's gonna be nice and easy. Oh yeah, the garden shears.
I think we don't have to really go far. Yep.
Nope. Yep.
I just love how this, you know, this woman's like, you found my garden shears? You can always visit the house. And it's what, I think it's what, Vance's and Kim's mother?
I believe so.
Because she's like, if they miss dinner again, snip, snip, snip. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Kim and Vance. And then we got the picture here.
Adorable.
I still find it great that, like, that no matter what in the, you know, Dreamroller Faraway Town, Aubrey's always the badass one.
I get the impression Kim and Vance like are made to like be more rebellious like against the mom here, because I get the impression she probably grows like her own like vegetables or something. And so they like super hard rebellion
I
by
mean,
like overcompensating with candy.
they also mentioned that with like, you know, they haven't eaten candy in a few days and then they have to hold out till they get to dad's to eat candy.
Yeah.
So it might be in there like she's very health conscious as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if the kitchen. Okay, yeah, that's the yoga room. I wonder if the kitchen has that. Like, it's oh hey, no snack in sight.
Oh, I wonder if you like try to open the fridge if it says anything about it in there.
Avocados, eggs, blueberries, and grapefruit. Okay, yeah.
Kinda.
Well, that reminds me, there's just like unfinished cups of coffee just everywhere. This is the other tutor, I think, is right here.
Yeah. Yeah, not often I don't finish a cup of coffee.
I usually finish mine. The only time I ever don't finish it is like if I'm in the diner, and like as I'm like halfway through the second cup, we're like, okay, time to go. But at home, I always finish it because like I have all day, so I'll just like drink it throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends. Like maybe if I got like pulled away and I didn't get to finish my cup, then I'm like gone all day. Then I don't know, like fall asleep and wake up the next day or something. I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't drink this.
I think we struggled more with this one.
Sorta.
I am gonna struggle here. I always get these mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's adjective.
I would say an adjective, right? Because it's kind of like describing. Well, I don't know. That's so odd because it's like...
No, because it's adverb.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's an adverb
without any sound.
Yeah, it's not like... Okay, yeah, like it's not like in this case it's describing it because it's, yeah, the start of the sentence.
This is one we got right. Eggplants taste better when it is cooked. It is definitely tastier than tofu. I think eggplant is the better tasting soft vegetable. Because I remember I was like, I think it's this one. And everyone in chat is like, no, that's not right.
I feel like C is the most correct. Mostly because A, like, it has a plural for eggplants.
Yeah.
But then it, like, it says it, which almost feels too singular. Hello, hello. Yeah, so we're pretty smart. Already completed the worksheets. Amazing work. You should consider tutoring full time.
Kelly just like finally realized like, oh, you guys finished?
Mm-hmm.
So this is getting towards 10. Do we like want to like wrap things up here? Just to get, then we can just do the story stuff
Sure.
after we like wrap up the next like side quest or two, because I think there's no other ones.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think some of the other quests like start like showing up the next day and everything.
The space, the wormholes, just like, nah, bro.
I was just like, really? We're gonna do this?
I feel like there's one particular way you can like soft lock yourself in like red, blue, yellow Pokemon if you move a few NPCs in a certain way.
I wouldn't be shocked. Can we just fuck with the TV remote? Oh, never mind. I was just like, can we just mess
Oh,
with this?
that would have been funny. Orange Joe. Number 85 is wide open.
I have an uncle like that.
Man, dude. My brother used to be real bad sometimes. I remember way back in the day, like all my uncles and a couple of their friends like, would come over and they'd all like be betting on squares. Classic.
Oh, I know exactly what one you're talking about.
Yeah. I swear at least half of the time it'd just break out into a drunken fight.
We thought one time my uncle was gonna have a heart attack because like the team was getting beat bad. We're like, oh my god, he's like hyperventilating. We're like, is it gonna be? Is this something's happening? Do we have to call a ambulance? But he just takes it way serious.
Yeah. Let's see. I swear there were at least 3 broken coffee tables and 1 incident of going through the front window.
We actually went
Good
to a
times.
wedding recently for one of his sons. And it was something me and my brother laughed about because like the joke that because he officiated the father officiated the wedding because he can, and he made a joke saying the only thing we asked there was don't schedule on Notre Dame Saturday, and they did. And me and my brother were always so confused because the week beforehand was the bye weeks, and so the wedding was scheduled before the my brother's engagement party. So like
Yeah.
my brother's like we waited to see what week if they would do the bye week, because if not we would take it, and we're like they couldn't do it one weekend sooner. But we had a good laugh about it during the reception, just like
To hell with it, just put the game on.
oh that's
At the wedding.
that's what happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I mean, it was also a blowout game too, so like they stopped watching for a good while.
Okay, yeah.
Because when you're like blowing them out like 54-6, it's like, okay,
Ooh.
you know,
That's
there's
bad.
no need to watch anymore. All right, so we'll get a seashell.
I forget.
Go on.
Does football have a mercy rule?
No.
Okay, so it's yeah. I didn't think so.
I wonder if there's any sports that have like a mercy rule.
I thought baseball does,
I think
but maybe not in like pro.
I think minor league it does. Cause you're right. Cause I watched Trenton Thunder a few times and there was a mercy rule thing.
Yeah.
Forgot I was back here, but there's a seashell. Did I pick up the seashell? I did pick up the seashell.
Forget was it like how many runs up you have to be, but it has to be before like the 5th.
Mm-hmm. Because I know there was a mercy rule for like the Wii baseball thing. But if you got like
Yeah.
way ahead of time, especially on like the higher difficulties, that was like the best way. Like, hey, get all your runs in the first inning, because then
Yeah.
you can just like not play multiple innings where they might make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Otherworld, the pharmacy. I had to think for a moment. I was like, why did we come here?
I feel like soccer would be one that would have a mercy rule. If it was bad enough.
There isn't, because like soccer's a weird thing where the time doesn't stop; it keeps going. So even though you get for let's say the 90 minutes, if there's still if the game's still run like with the penalties and things like that, you might still have 18 minutes more of play. So like that's a tough one because it's hard to know like how much more minutes there are. And I think only like the refs know.
Okay.
So if the refs were suddenly say like, "Oh, yep, game's done. No extra time."
Oh.
People
okay.
might be like, how much extra time was there, ref?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's why I got a little confused. But yeah, there are some variations, but the most common ones in like Little League or something is like 8, 10, and 15. I've always seen like 8 and 10, I think. But yeah,
But
when
the
you
most
get
important
skunked.
sport, Quidditch.
Quidditch. They beat us. It's just 100-0.
Because technically Quidditch has like in like that universe has like a mercy rule, which is if you catch a snitch.
Yeah.
Are we this road? We are this road, right?
Yes, I believe all the way on the left. Yep.
I remember if that was like the first like 2-3 runs. I can never remember where our house was, and I always took the wrong road.
I know, it is pretty hard to get used to it. I mean,
Alright.
you do like 4 playthroughs though. Alright, perfect. I think we did almost most of the side content.
There might be like 1 or 2 things we miss, or they don't pop
Yeah.
up yet, or they don't. It's like an evenings thing, but like I think we got like mostly everything we feasibly could.
Yeah. It's a pretty good session.
All right, and then someone to raid out to. Who is?
Oh man, I got somebody cool here. Suki no Usagi.
Is there anyone I know that's on? Like there's people I know that are on, but I don't know closely.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, I know the raid. Cube Escape Fear sounds very interesting. Oh, look, you Rusty Lake. I know this series. Yeah, they have like multiple games. It's like a, I don't want to say analog horror, but like Rusty Lake, there's like a few games. It tells a long story. It's all like puzzle horror.
Oh, okay.
Now I've spelled the name because I'm terrible at names.
Lothlorien. It's a pretty cool name. Alright, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yep. We'll see you next time for more, and I might even do some like off stream once we get to like Oasis, and just so we just go through, we just
Yeah.
focus on that.
Instead of spending like a whole stream grinding it out.
That's because as much as I love the combat in Omori,
Mm-hmm.
that like it hits like that curve like once you hit like level 15 where it's like, oh hey,
yeah.
you're gonna be slow to level up and things are gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
All right, but we're going to go raid over. Thank you all for joining. See you next time.
Good night, everybody.